I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey everybody, welcome to the penultimate episode of All American. That's right, you guys, we only have one episode left of this show, which is nuts. I feel like we've been coming in every single week. We had a weird hiatus back in December, but I'm a little sad that the show is coming to an end right now. With that being said, we have a lot to discuss in this episode, including the goat yoga at the very beginning of the episode, Coop and Patience's relationship, how Asher fits into this whole puzzle, Billy Baker's role as coach or not as coach, and everything going on with Olivia, with Jordan, with Simone, with Spencer. We have so much, you guys, plus a very special segment of MVP, which I always look forward to, and then predictions for the final episode of All American airing next week on Monday night. So much to talk about. I'm your host, Mina Naidine. To my left, we have Sierra Chanell, who is an athlete, an astrologist, a live chat operator.
That's me. I'm just happy to be here. You bring me back every week, and I'm just shocked. Truly.
And to her left, we have Zakiyyah Wilbert, who is incredible when it comes to predictions of All American. One day she is going to write on the show. I'm calling it now. We have a season 3. Mm-hmm. Who knows what is in store for Zakiyyah?
I'm telling you, we're all going to be on All American. I keep saying that.
That's the dream.
Yes.
We gotta put it out. We gotta put it out there.
Put it in the,
put it in the
universe.
Cast us in All American. That's what we want. So what were your overall thoughts of this week's episode, Sierra?
I mean, I always mess up Layla and Olivia's names, but Layla and Coop, there's something there. I've been saying this forever, but there's something there. I don't know what it is, but it's more than friendship. Those are my overall thoughts. That's all I could think about.
I feel it.
Oh, overall, I was so happy this episode. Like, when Coop and Precious got together, Precious.
I was like, who was that? I missed that part.
Wait, Precious, huh?
Patience. When they got together, it was so cute. And then, I mean, I had a lot of emotions when Asher and Olivia broke up, but then Asher and his dad, and then Billy Baker, and then, oh my God, I'm just emotional. I'm an emotional wreck every time I watch this show.
I usually am emotional. This episode, not as much for some reason. I think we're going to leave the final episode on some crazy emotional cliffhanger. But I love how this week's episode started out with goat yoga, which I want to get into because I've heard about this, never seen it before.
It was
it looked like a lot of fun.
In my head, what goat yoga is actually like, it was like in the show, it was so pretty. The goats were perfectly hopping on each other's backs. Like the sun was shining, no one was sweating, everyone was wearing matching outfits. I was like, this is not what my experience would be like. I don't know.
I thought it was cute. I'm like, can I go? Like, I think I'm allergic to animals, but like all of them.
We need to figure that out.
All right.
Who is the GOAT on All American though?
Ooh.
That's what I want to know. This is an MVP. Who is the GOAT on All American?
It's this panel right here. This panel is my GOAT.
Wow.
Yeah.
We love that.
I don't know.
Who's the GOAT?
Asher has to be the GOAT this time.
Like of the show, I'm trying to think of like who's the GOAT of the show.
Because Spencer, the show is about Spencer and his athletic
he's
abilities.
Getting on our
and
nerves today.
He's like injured. But I wonder who the best player is. Like who is the all-star who's just like helping this team?
I would say probably Spencer's mom.
You think so?
But she never does anything wrong. Like every week I'm like, right.
Jordan is kind of
recently.
Okay, no, but he actually isn't that bad. If you ever think about Jordan in like football, he's very consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He's very consistent. He never really messes up on football in the football realm.
I really do feel like Jordan has become the new Spencer. Mm-hmm. And I say that because the way that he's handling everything with Simone really reminds me of how Spencer used to handle things with Layla. When he wouldn't stop, he would continuously, not in a stalkerish way, not in a not respecting boundaries way, but he would keep kind of like inserting himself in a way to show Layla that he really genuinely cared about her.
Right.
I feel like Jordan is doing the same thing with Simone. So
a lot of people in the chat are saying Jordan.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, guys.
Jordan is our all-star. He
Jamar
has really,
did say Spencer.
I feel like even though he's been, consistent in the realm of football. I feel like as an individual in high school, he has really matured and grown.
Right.
When I look at him from season 1 and I look at him now in season 2, he is a brand new person. And just like from going from like the F-boy tendencies at the beginning of season 2 to now wanting to step in and help Simone, even though he is not the father of her child,
Right.
is just such a beautiful and very rare thing. So
Yeah.
I'm really loving him. What do you guys think about the dynamic between Jordan and Simone and her being so closed off to any sort of help from him?
I think that, I don't know, Simone's obviously very young, and I've never been in the situation that she's in. I think that she has a lot going on. She's not even really processing her feelings, and I'm just so happy that Jordan is willing to fight for whatever's best for her. You know what I mean? Like, she doesn't really have anyone that's, like, fighting for her, advocating for, like, whatever's best, and I'm just thankful for Jordan in her life.
I honestly, and I don't say this a lot, but I'm thankful for Olivia for sort of guiding Jordan this time.
Right.
Because, and even Jordan said, oh, you don't want to be in everyone's business now. And we've talked about that so much. I've gotten on Olivia because she's so messy, but she's getting really they're
She's
both
so messy.
The twins are evolving together. I mean, but I think that Jordan really reaching out to Simone's mom, and he didn't make it about him any longer, because at first he was going and saying, hey, what is it? Why aren't you talking to me? I want to be there for you. And it was about him, where Simone has something huge on her plate. Like, it's not just the state championship, Jordan. She's about to have a life. So I commend Olivia, and I commend Jordan for really taking the initiative to get Simone's mom and actually speak with her, and now hopefully Simone can get the better help that she needs right now. It's not Jordan, it's her family.
You know that minute where he was talking to Simone's mom and he was just like, I just need you to be quiet.
Yo.
I was like, hold up.
We all looked at each other like,
where are we right now? Whose house are we in?
Who is he talking to?
I was like dumbfounded. I
Yeah.
was like, you do not talk to her like that. I don't care how rude she is. You do not talk to
The
Simone's
please
mom like
lighten
that.
things. He's like, please. I'm like, all right, maybe.
Yeah, it really did make it slightly better, but I was still like, oh, hell no.
her face, she was like, I don't know you, I don't respect
Crazy.
you.
Like, who are you?
Right.
But yeah, moving on. What is the live chat saying about this episode as a whole? What are people saying? What
People
their
are going
opinions?
back and forth with the whole Layla and Coop thing.
Oof.
People want to see more of JJ. We know we
JJ is
love
funny.
JJ. I loved him in this episode. There was multiple times where I was just like, oh, JJ, you make everything worse, but we love it. Whenever they were in that little huddle.
Yes.
And he was like, I love him. I love him.
Oh yeah, when Hunter Cloudis came onto our after show, I thought it was amazing because he was
Yes.
just such a different person from JJ, and both versions are incredible. But it was just so weird to see the crazy party animal JJ on the show, and then the very humble and grounded, Hunter Cloudis
He's
in person.
so humble.
And he's so nice, guys. He came here again, without the show. It was for one of our
It's like seminars.
seminars we had. He was so nice.
Hopefully we'll be able to put together some sort of reunion show after the finale and try to get that together and have all our favorites come back in one place. But yeah, let's talk about Coop and Patience, because obviously they are a highlight of this episode. I didn't think that they were going to get back together, and then they quickly did, and it was very cute and endearing. It seemed like it would be very hard for them to stay friends, and then Coop performs her song for Patience at Layla's party. I adored this dance. What did you guys think about that whole ensemble?
Well, it was a Kid and Play song, so it wasn't their dance.
Yeah.
But well, but I loved it too. I mean, it really showed Coop's stage presence. It showed how she can control a crowd, and that's where her signing basically came. And I love them together. At first I was like, they need to spend some time apart.
Right.
I was all for this breakup, but now I'm like, oh my God, my heart is so warm. And when they came in together dressed alike, I'm like, okay.
I think they're really cute, but it's kind of how I feel about Asher and Olivia. It's you're so young. This should be a simple relationship. You're just having fun. You don't have any real reasons to have this trauma in your relationship. You know what I mean? You don't have a shared bank account.
Yeah.
You don't have kids. You don't have all this debt.
that it's supposed to be like, it's kind of like what Olivia was saying to
Right.
Asher, like we should be in the honeymoon stage, like it should be easy, but it's just been a thing after a thing after a thing. We need to go on a break. And like
Right.
literally Coop and Patience get back together, and around the same time Olivia is asking Asher and telling him, you know what, I need a break, I need to focus on me, and maybe you need to focus on life, like without steroids, which
That was kind of like...
I thought it was like a little dramatic and out of place. But what did you guys think about her choosing to be on a break? Is the break even necessary when they had been on a break for so long as it was?
I think that people are always like, let's go on a break, and they just want to like break up. Like, so I feel like, first of all, that's what should have happened there. And also, like, I don't know. I don't feel like Asher's in a place to be in a relationship. I haven't really felt that way even while he's been with her. You know what I mean? I think she has a specific sensitivity to it because obviously she's like a recovered addict, and now he's like abusing drugs. He was previously abusing alcohol. You know what I mean? I think she's like, you don't even know what you need, and I'm just gonna let you like figure that out. You know?
Right.
I kind of think of it differently. I think Asher is actually ready to be in a relationship. I think he's pretty much matured during his time, even though the drugs was like, dude, why?
Right.
But I think he has matured. But for Olivia, I feel like they don't need a break, and I think she's breaking to do something bad, like so that he can't really watch over her, because she keeps talking about how like this is too much, and I kind of feel like at this moment she needs someone like Asher who's really right there, who cares about her, kind of keep her from going into the dark. That's what I think, because I feel like if he leaves when they're not together, she's gonna do something bad, as we saw in the previews. But
Yeah.
or we think it's her. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think she doesn't want to drag him into her darkness. And I think her saying, like, you need to focus on this and that, I didn't like that. It felt like kind of like a cop-out. I felt like she was just, like, so overwhelmed.
I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like,
I think she just didn't want to be in a relationship anymore. It was
Right.
just a lot going on.
Yeah.
And I think she couldn't handle it. I think she should have really just taken a step back and figured out what she needed before saying, hey, I need a break. At least, you know, I don't know how else she could have done it. I just think it was a little too dramatic. And I think, you know, when Asher's doing all these great things, like taking accountability for what he did, even though it was totally unnecessary, as Coach Baker says later on, why would you put him in that position where you're breaking up with him so that he has to endure some sort of psychological
Right.
setback before a big game? I didn't like it.
Right.
Didn't like it at all. But what I did like was the fact that Coop is going to get signed, and she was in talks with Layla's dad. I did love that. It was
That
really
was so
nice.
cute.
Yeah.
And it was so cute that she didn't just jump on the opportunity anymore the way she would have in the past, and that she really thought about, how is me accepting this career opportunity going to affect my relationship with Patience? That's how you know she really didn't want to jeopardize anything, and she really wasn't just looking out for herself and her own interests. She was thinking about everything as a whole, and it really showed where her priorities are now.
Yeah.
That they're not just her career.
Right. At first, I was like, she better take this. She better
Yeah,
not take it
same.
because of Patience. Like, that's where my head was. But then when she started explaining it, and like, she actually was making this decision for herself as well, included. Because at first I thought she was like just doing this for her high school girlfriend. You know what I mean? And I was like, okay, good. She's really thinking about it. She knows that like her individuality is like something that really matters to her. That's what makes her successful. She's found someone that like loves that about her and like praises her for that. And I don't know. I was happy that she had that clarity.
Yeah.
Same. And I was happy she went into business with Layla without Layla even knowing, because
That was so cute.
Yes. Because we seen Layla's passion in it, and she's getting better and better with the whole music
Right.
thing. And I see that Layla's just simply going to be signed basically under her father. So it's still like the same contract, but now she has someone who really appreciates her for her, because at the beginning he didn't appreciate who she was.
Yeah.
Right.
She didn't even have to go to that meeting. You know what I mean? Like, she really cares about Coop and like wants her to do well.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's like a nice thing. I feel like we are seeing a lot of progress and empathy in a lot of the characters.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I feel like is odd is that Spencer started all the way up here, and now I feel like he's not down by any means, but he set such a high standard for himself of always leading by example, of always being the best, of always being, near perfect, in the way that Layla kind of was at the beginning of this whole thing. And now I feel like we kind of have been like brought back down to earth, where we notice that Spencer is not this perfect human being. He's not always going to be number one. He's going to have his injuries. He's going to make decisions that aren't always the smartest. And I think it's been really interesting to watch that play out on screen. How are your feelings either shifting or staying the same about Spencer? What are your thoughts about Spencer as a character and his character arc throughout the season?
I feel like he's always so, like the littlest thing can set him off, and he's always so quick to jump to conclusions, you know what I mean? And when all this stuff was happening with his shoulder and he was fighting to get back on the field, I feel like we've seen glimpses of this throughout the whole show, like whether it's season 1, the beginning of season 2, I don't know. For some reason, I don't see him as like this perfect character. I don't know why.
Did you ever see him as a perfect character?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. He's immature just like everyone else, you know? Like, whenever he was like, I don't care. Everyone's telling me I need to, like, work, get back out there. And, like, your coach literally does not know if you're physically able to be playing in a game or not. Like, there's so many other people, so whether it's doctors, trainers, all of this stuff. And he's, like, he wasn't able to just, like, trust the process. I was, like, partially a little bit upset that I didn't want him to get hurt. But I was like, you're not going to learn your lesson.
What is his sign, then? This expert, because I keep thinking he's a Taurus because he's been pretty steady this whole time.
The same reasons I think you think he's a Taurus is why I also think he's an Aries.
Okay. The stubbornness.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Happy early birthday to Zakiyyah, Wilbert.
Right. My birthday's coming up and I'm an Aries,
like,
honey.
So passionate, which we love.
Yeah.
Very loving, very protective, loyal, but can be a little stubborn. I'm an Aries moon, so no shade.
Okay. All right. I guess it's going to be a longer discussion.
I know. I was like, are there any Aries in the group chat?
I do want to get to the topic of Asher because we did talk about him a little bit, but what do we think about him turning himself at the very end and saying, hey, you know what? I'm the one who caused Coach Baker to lose his job. I took steroids, not because I wanted to perform better for the team, but because I was looking out for myself and I wanted to be better than all of you guys at the game. That was so much honesty and integrity that I felt like my mind was going to explode because on the one hand, we have Coach Baker saying, like, slipping in totally unnecessary, but I'm back. And on the other hand, we have, Asher just, like, fessing up and coming forward and wanting to be honest with his teammates. Why do we think he did that?
I feel like he is starting to understand that he can't take everybody down with him. When you're going down, you can't take everyone down with him. And that's exactly what he was doing and is doing. Even though he confessed, Coach Billy Baker probably might not have a job. And I think that the roles between him and Spencer are sort of changing. I think Spencer is starting to be more selfish, just to speak on Spencer just a little bit. I think he's starting to take that selfish role, which we never saw Spencer do before. I'm not saying it's completely bad, but it's just the way you do it. And now he's jeopardizing a win or his condition or like everything based off of like pride and ego and based off of just feeling as if he's so pressured that he has to get it now, whereas before he was more like caring towards his family and his friends and he kind of was able to juggle everything. But again, that's the pressures of high school. But I'm happy for Asher. I think it was man of him to admit his wrong. I just think like it was too late. Even though, thank you, but it was too late.
I always find myself just like being like, oh my God, Asher, like I understand why you're doing this like stupid thing.
Yeah.
And then I always just feel so bad for him. You know what I mean? Like I thought it was amazing that he obviously said exactly what he did and came clean to everyone, took responsibility for everyone. But I still was just like, oh my God, like I just want you to like just be okay. There's always something like tragic happening with him, you know? He was homeless, he was an alcoholic, he was doing steroids, and I feel like it's just kind of like brushed under the mat or whatever, and no one ever
It's so weird because all of that you're saying right now feels like it was a lifetime ago, and it
Right?
really wasn't that long ago in the
No.
scheme of things. You're talking about like his development as a character, where he is
Dating
right now in high
Olivia,
school.
dating Layla, like
Yeah.
not having a starting spot. Like I feel like he's just gone through so much, and to see that, I was like, this is so sad. Like
Yeah.
it's just so sad.
And I feel like he was coming out of it. Like, he was being a better player. He was being a better team player and everything. And you jeopardized everything. Like, he was in his own way at this
Right.
point. Because before, you can say, like, the whole homeless and, like, wasn't he getting beat by his father or something crazy?
I think there was some sort
Yeah,
of
like,
abuse going on. I just
abuse.
don't know if it was physical or emotional.
Yeah, so it was like a lot of that going on. And so I feel like before we can be like, okay, this was that person's fault, this was that person's fault, but now he got into his own way.
Right.
And so I really want to question, like, is it because someone has always been in his way? Is he kind of in his own way because he's in his own head?
Right.
I
A
don't
lot of
know.
people in the chat are bringing up his parents, and I think also like, yes, his parents are probably, you know, conditioned him to act a certain way, but also like the only examples he's really seeing every day are whatever he's seeing with his parents, specifically his dad. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So not a lot of good
There's
examples.
There's a
Yeah.
lot there, and also like with toxic masculinity and not being able to express your emotions if you're a man because of what society says about you.
Canceled.
Especially if you're, you know, a jock in high school
Right.
playing on a football team. I think there's like a different set of unspoken rules and standards when you're in that
sure.
sort of position, and I empathize with that. And I don't want to compare anyone's struggles on the show because everybody has their own struggles, and who's to say what's worse and what's better. But out of curiosity, who do you guys empathize with the most in this episode? Because, you know, we have Simone and her struggles as a new mom. We have Olivia and her struggles with addiction and relationships. We have Asher with his struggles with steroids. We have Coach Baker. We have so many characters and their struggles, including Spencer with his injury. Who do you guys feel the most empathy for?
I feel the most for Asher because everyone I feel like has a support system around them, or like Billy Baker, he can get a new job. Like Olivia, Layla, they have families. Like, you know what I mean? Coop is getting closer to her family. I'm trying to think of who else is going through stuff right now. Everyone's going through it. Or what's her name? Jasmine with Jordan? Or what's her?
Simone.
Jasmine, where did that come from? Simone, like, Jordan's going to make sure she's okay. I don't know how that's going to pan out, but I don't worry about her. But Asher, I just, like, really worry about. And I empathize with everything he's going through. And I'm like, oh, my God, that would just suck not to have, like, support. You know?
I empathize with Simone because, like, we don't hear her story that
Right.
much to understand it. But if you think about being in high school, she's pregnant. No one knows yet that she's pregnant yet. She's wearing these big clothes. So the stare she's going to get, then that guy, like, basically talking about her, dragging her name in the streets, so to speak, you know? And that is...
That she's just a 3 and that she's
That was
a,
terrible.
It was just
one
a
after.
horrible douchey
And I'm
thing
sure
to
if he
say.
said it to someone else, she's gotten word or wind of it, and it has come back to her. So I just feel for her because that is such a horrible feeling to feel. I mean, being pregnant in high school, and although, like, you know, it takes two to tango, at the end of the day, when you make a mature decision enough that you're willing to keep a baby, you shouldn't have to suffer from everyone else's commentary or feelings about you, and then being alone because her parents really don't want anything to do with her.
Right.
We'll see. I have good feelings about the conversation Jordan had.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I just, at the time, she's in a hotel by herself. She's pregnant. Those emotions, I'm
Right.
sure.
How is she?
Honey.
I don't even understand how she's affording this without dipping into her parents.
She
I'm
has
sure
to be
she
dipping
is.
into
I'm
her
She
sure
parents.
has
she
to have
is.
some sort of access. A hotel
Also, like-
in Los Angeles? Come on.
Literally, her parents are loaded.
They look loaded.
And well, her mom, like, her weave was laid. Like, you saw what she was wearing. I was like, this girl's gonna be fine. Like, they're gonna get over their, like, high horse or ego power trip, whatever it is. And
Yeah.
Hopefully.
are really commenting in the chat right now, you guys.
For those of you guys who are in the live chat right now, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to AfterBuzz TV in all places. Doing that really just helps get the word out about our podcast, and it just makes us, you know, it gives us brownie points for the AfterBuzz TV, so do it. And also engage with us in the comments section because we really do look at everything that you guys write. We really, really appreciate the love so much. So If you're watching, give us a thumbs up and subscribe and comment below. But if you're listening, make sure to leave us a comment on wherever you find your podcast and a 5-star review. Thanks, guys. But what are the people in the live chat saying right now?
My guy Nat always has my back. I'm kidding. He does right now. He said that Asher has literally no one besides Olivia, and he said thanks, Sierra, for saying that. So we stand you.
Yeah.
Billy Baker will get fired. Fired, and he'll coach at Crenshaw. That's a prediction that we have out there.
I've been saying that, guys.
Right. A lot of people are blaming Asher's parents for everything that's going on, and people in the chat think that Spencer is a Gemini.
That makes more sense than an Aries.
I kind of see it.
That literally, yes. We're not
see it.
Aries friends. We're not that crazy.
Because remember, at first, I was like, I think he's a Libra. That was that air sign in him that I was feeling. But like, also Geminis kind of have not that stubbornness, but that like closed offness that I think we were both sensing from Taurus and Aries.
Yeah. But Geminis have a really like childlike energy that's like super frantic, like high energy, like bubbly.
I don't like that.
You think so? I think he's charming like a Taurus or a Libra. I just don't see the Gemini at all.
Literally, as soon as you say football won't come back, he's like, football won't come back, and I gotta go crazy. Like, what?
And he's so like, well, this is why I thought he was a Libra initially. It was because once he has his mindset on what's right out of what's right and wrong, like he goes at that, he runs at it. You know what I mean? And sometimes that's why he's not on the same page as everyone else, because what he thinks is right in his head is not necessarily what's right or appropriate, you know?
Interesting. This is what I'm going to have to let marinate, because I'm very resistant to the idea of him being a Gemini for some reason. Just don't see it. I see that more for Layla than I do for him.
Layla?
Yeah. Yeah, because I feel like Layla has two different sides where she's like bubbly and fun, but then also
What's
introverted.
Patience?
Patience is like she's got to be like something
water sign,
like very grounded,
Pisces.
but also creative.
I see Pisces.
I would say Aquarius, Pisces,
okay.
Cusp. Like literally Aquarius, Pisces, Cusp, right on the border.
Okay.
So a very happy belated birthday to Patience.
Oh,
happy belated
birthday!
Yay! She's an Aries because she's an Aquarius, Pisces, Cusp. That's why I said that.
Yeah.
We're joking. Like... No, we're joking about that because that's my prediction.
Really, Mina?
Anyways, you guys, let's move on to our special segment, MVP. We talked about who we empathize with most. Now we're going to talk about who we think, not our all-star player is, but our MVP of this week's episode. Who's the most valuable to the All-American team?
I'm letting you go first.
Listen, guys, we come here every week and we tell you guys who is our most valuable player. I'm going to kick it off here. Y'all like how I did that? I'm going to kick it off like football.
I was like, don't get what you did there.
Go! All right, so it's going to be Patience. Oh, no, it's going to be Coop. Sorry, guys. So it's going to be Coop for me. Yeah, because Coop, honestly, she patched up stuff with Patience, and I thought it was so cute. I'm just not over the cuteness today.
Yeah.
The cuteness of Coop, and then their little dance number at the party, the kid and play, super cute. And then with her deciding, like, hey, I'm going to stick with someone who really knows me in this industry. I'm going to do this for myself and also my girl. Coop, like, the progress you've made from an episode to this episode, I commend you, girl.
Yeah.
Snaps all around.
I love
Okay.
that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say Asher. I've given him too much praise.
You have.
We stand. I am gonna say Layla
Okay.
because she had Coop's back no matter what. No matter what, she was like, I support you. I'm going to support you even if you go with my dad. She knew what she wanted for Coop. She knew she wanted to work with her, but she was like, you know what? I'm not going to get in the middle of it. I'm not even going to tell her that I want to work with her. It's all good. And, yeah, this was a good moment for her. And she's just been going through it. And so I'm happy something good happened to her.
Yes.
I love both of your picks so much.
Yeah,
And I feel
that
like
was really
both of you defended it
good.
so well. For me, I would definitely say Jordan. It's so weird that every episode I've
that's a
always
good
been
one.
like, Olivia. Spencer's mom, Olivia.
Right.
And now I'm just like, Jordan, you have come such a long way. It is
Yes.
insane how far you have come. Not just, from the football realm, but also socially and, as a brother, as a friend. in so many ways as a son, and I love how you have just been there for Simone regardless of, you know, whether or not that baby was yours. The fact that you could just support her in that despite the resistance from her. I just love that, you know, Jordan kept pushing. And also when Asher came clean in the locker room and talked about what had happened, Jordan was kind of like, okay guys, like come on, like we're a team, we have to support each other, like let's go, like come on. And I really love that. He's not even team captain, and he's acting like the team captain.
Right.
Wow.
Loved it.
Wait, I thought he is team captain.
Well, it was Asher. He was team captain,
right.
And then
might be
it
multiple.
switched up. I don't know if he still is.
Logan in the chat says JJ is his MVP because he did goat yoga and didn't complain. And I think you're onto something.
Yeah.
With that. Oh my God.
JJ's the GOAT. That was JJ's voice right there.
That's little Liam. Wait,
smokes.
our goat's Liam.
Thank you, Ryan.
What is
By the
going
way,
on?
That's Ryan in the booth right now. He is our all-star producer. Ryan, you are our MVP.
You
Yes.
Aw, you guys are the GOAT.
Oh.
Thank you. All right, moving on to predictions. We are getting into the final episode of All American. Last episode ever. Just kidding. Last episode, season 2, All American. What is going down?
Layla and Coop will share an intimate surprise kiss in the last episode.
She keeps saying that. That might be true.
I don't know.
That's all I'm saying.
You guys know I've been predicting the next seasons, and I'm telling you, it's coming true. So, thank you. So, basically, the UCLA thing is not too far-fetched with the Darnell and Spencer at this point, and I said that last episode.
Do you think he's gonna go to UCLA?
Of
Spencer?
course. Are you serious right now?
I don't know.
Him and Darnell
I don't
are
think so.
both going to UCLA. Billy Baker, Coach Billy Baker, is definitely going to be the coach for Crenshaw because he's not going to be able to stay at Beverly. I'm telling you, I said this last season, y'all. Last episode. Rewatch it. Rewind it. Rewind
it.
And I for sure think like Coop is gonna end up going on tour, and Layla's gonna come with, and their management company, or Layla's management company, is gonna be under her father, so they're all gonna be on tour and have a blast. We're gonna see some superstar action there. This is all for next season though, so.
I am curious to see what happens with Layla because I think things could go either way, where Layla could either start developing feelings for Coop because she is working in close proximity to her, but who knows if there's going to be a love triangle where Patience starts developing feelings for Layla.
Oh my God, this is literally what's
We
gonna
don't
happen.
know.
Literally what's
We
gonna
don't
happen
know.
is Coop is gonna
And
write.
Spencer might come back. Spencer might come back for
Spencer
Layla.
and Layla were both like vibing out
Y'all.
at the party.
Sierra,
Coop
go
is
ahead.
literally gonna write a song, and Layla's gonna be like, "Oh my God, this song is so good. This is about patience," and she's gonna be like, "No, this is about you."
Stop, Sierra.
I'm having a
Sierra,
heart attack.
Sierra, stop.
I'm having
No,
a
we're done. It's a
heart attack.
This is not happening right now. This is
Wow.
not happening. Okay, I do want to see a little bit more of
Kids are
Laura.
smiling.
Laura is amazing. She obviously had her big win last episode. She's in a position of power now. I really want to see what's going to go down. I wonder if there's going to be a new case. I want to know what's going on with Sean's mom. I mean, we
Yeah.
left off on such an emotional note last episode, and now it's none of that ever happened, and it just happened. So I really want to
Right.
see what goes down with that and what's going on in Crenshaw, because now we're so focused on Beverly that I do want to get back to Crenshaw at some point.
Darnell.
And want to see what Coop's success is going to say about Crenshaw, because I think that's really important as well.
This is the MVP. Mina, I'm telling you, Mina, they're going back to Crenshaw. Billy Baker is going to take his family, and they're going to Crenshaw.
No, they're not moving.
Yes, we're
to
moving
Crenshaw.
it back to Crenshaw.
You guys,
Laura is
Yes.
not living in
Laura's
Crenshaw.
going to live in Crenshaw. She
No.
has to.
we don't even need to watch next week's episode. We already know what's going to happen. But you know what? We will, because we love you guys and we love talking All-American. So make sure that next week you tune in to our after show. Make sure to watch the season finale, you guys. It's going to be huge. And make sure you stay up to date with us on social media, because we might quite possibly have an All-American reunion with all of the guests that we brought onto the show. So it could potentially be huge. We don't know. We don't know yet. With that being said, I am your host, Mina Naidine. You can follow me on Instagram, on Twitter, on TikTok, at Mina Makes Magic. That's where it's at, you guys. And to my left, I have Sierra Chanell. Where can the good people find you?
You can find me on literally every single platform, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, at Sierra Chanell, including you, Robert. Subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Guys, I'm Zakiyyah Wilbert. You can find me on everything Zakiyyah W_. That's Zakiyyah with 2 Y's. W_. I don't have a TikTok, but these ladies are making me think I need one, so there it goes.
And you can follow Ryan Nielsen as well. I can't remember his Twitter right now.
Ryan Nielsen.
Yes,
Hey.
Ryan Nielsen. He's amazing. He's our producer. Thank you so much, everybody. We will see you all next week. Bye.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.